Greetings, Sagittarius. This is IyandaSiraj, the Eclectic High Priestess. I'm so grateful to be sharing this space with you, and I do hope I'm finding you well and in good spirits. I have your March reading for you. Real quick, your channeled message is the block is hot. Yeah. The block is hot. The block is hot. Okay, so that's your channel message. Now, with these channel messages, they don't necessarily have to resonate with the rest of the message or the card message, but they might. If they do not, then just take it with you and kind of ride with it. Okay, so some of them I get kind of like an explanation or something, but with the block is hot, I got that meaning, right? The block is hot, meaning that there's a lot of action. There might be some dangers present. The cops might be on your tail, right? Maybe you gotta find some different environment to be in so that you can keep cover for a little while. But either way, Sagittarius, the block is hot. Tell me what that means for you in the comments, okay? So, real quick announcements. All right, if you're new here, welcome. This is the eclectic community. You know, we believe a little bit of everything. We draw inspiration from a little bit of everything, and we are everything, right? So, Sagittarius, you know, if you decide that you want to spend some more time with us, make sure you subscribe and turn on those notifications. If you find that this reading resonates, always feel free to hit that like or leave me a comment to let me know. What else? Also, make sure to check out the website if you feel so intrigued about it. www.IyandaSiraj.com. This is where you can book personal readings, check our calendar to see what events we have going on, or purchase items from our Botanica. All right. So, Sagittarius, let's get into your reading. Just a note about how this reading is set up. Okay, I did kind of like the readers do online with the pick a card, where I pre-shuffled the main cards for the reading, and I haven't reviewed them or anything, but at the end we're going to clarify or build up on the message with my personal playing card deck. Okay, so let's get started with the tarot cards. This tarot deck is the AKMARA Tarot, and I really love this practitioner's work. She is creating card decks that are meant to offer representation, offer tools for divination to the African diaspora, so, or to practitioners within the African diaspora. Okay, so tools that represent African culture, belief systems, spiritual practices. Okay, if you feel led to connect with this deck, or if you feel like it is calling to you, feel free to follow the link in my description box. I do not get paid for sharing this information. I just really appreciate her work, and I feel like you will too, and she deserves her flowers while she's still here. Okay, so let's get into it. Sagittarius, for the month of March, Omo Kane. Okay, this is the Page of Wands, or the Child of Wands. We have the Death card, or Muertos. And then we have the Elder card, or the Hierophants. Okay. Okay, so I'm hearing from child to man, from boy to man. Okay, I really feel like there is a connection between a child and an elder, a connection between a child and a ancestor, even someone who has already transitioned or passed. So this could be, you know, one of your own children who has a psychic connection to one of your transition family members. That is going to be coming to your attention in the month of March. Okay, Sagittarius, also this talks about I'm also feeling that someone may be deeply affected by something. Um, I'm not gonna say that it's been overlooked, but it does feel like maybe you need to give attention to how something has affected a child in your life. Maybe you need to give that some attention. All right, Sagittarius. What I'm also picking up on is a maturity. Okay, a maturity. I'm hearing you not. It's like you're leading with a different staff now. So before, maybe leading with your phallic member, your penis, or leading with sexuality or playfulness or childishness. That's dying, and that's coming to an end now. Okay, and you are now allowing yourself to grow, and to become this elder. For whatever reason, you were holding on to this freedom, this childhood energy, and perhaps you had some repressed childhood things that hadn't been worked through. Perhaps now you're having the opportunity to put them to bed, to kill them off right now. With love and compassion, of course, but for them to no longer be an issue for you. Okay, so I'm picking up Peter Pan energy here. So there's something about me wanting to stay young, wanting to stay youthful, wanting to stay free. I'm picking up non-committal energy. So it's not negative. It's more so just kind of like a state that you've been in for a while, trying to cling to a certain feeling, a certain energy, or a certain lifestyle. But you are being matured. You have been matured, and now you're being asked, not asked, but now you're moving into and um, accepting aging. Okay, like you're accepting that people age and that people grow and that they develop and they release old personality traits and they gain new personality traits. Okay. I'm also picking up on energy of like being the man in your hometown and feeling a little discomfort about going into other places where you won't have that to rely on. Okay, that familiarity to rely on. I'm picking up on Taurin and Scorpio energy here, but in general, I'm picking up on North Node, South Node energy, where you are balancing out karma and dharma. You are connecting with life purpose or your soul's purpose, and so that it itself is maturing you, so that it's almost like you're aware of it and you've been aware of it for a long time. Whatever this calling is, you've been aware of it for a long time, since you were a child, maybe, right? And maybe some experience you had when you were younger in your spirituality could have stunted you, or where you could have been closed off to certain experiences. Now you're opening up to them. Okay, something is about to change that for you, or has just changed that for you. I also feel like this is talking about integrating shadow elements, exploring and integrating your shadow elements so that they may be support for you and your light attributes. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. I'm feeling. I just got this real like kind of like intoxicated energy here. So you might be putting down alcohol. You might have some problems with your teeth. Maybe you have to go under some type of sedation or something like that. But there's just this energy of kind of like almost being high, or being kind of like under the influence of something. So that could have been some type of addiction that you've held for a long time that now you're coming up under. I'm hearing out of the haze. Okay, coming out of the haze. All right, let's see what else is here. Intuition. Yeah, we're speaking deeply about your spiritual gifts here. I feel like opening up, and you're allowing more. You're allowing yourself to experience more. I don't know what happened for you. Maybe there's a specific someone who passed away and you want to connect with that person, so it's forcing you to open up to these gifts, Sagittarius. I'm not sure, but it feels like that could be a thing. Waterfall, effortless. You know what I feel like too? Just as sure as you say yes, or express that you're ready to step back into this, it's effortless for you. You easily draw up on intuitive hints and nudges. You easily flow with this. Okay. Um, I'm also feeling like, you know, there's some energy about you wanting to create that effortless energy for someone else in their life. I also feel like there's an outpouring of emotional energy that helps something to really mature quickly. Um, just authentically sharing personal feelings or something like that that creates an effortless energy. Mm-hmm. Freya. She is inspiration, boldness, fiery, expansive, explosive, and sexual. She creates kingdoms without letting the fire go out of control. Channel your rage and life experiences. Rule with clarity, freedom, and insight. The King of Swords, representing Cancer and Leo. So I do feel like what this is saying is that that channeling information, you know, I do feel like there's mediumship energy here, but I also feel like there is, you're being asked to utilize a lot of that energy that's created chaos in your life thus far and use it to create something else. Okay, so if you're a sexual person and that's caused a lot of chaos in your life, perhaps reserve some of that sexual energy, create, and see what that brings into your life. Okay. Okay, Zodiac Symbols. I feel like this is talking about, it's kind of like just one of the title cards or instruction cards here, for the symbols of the Zodiac. I feel like this is talking about cliche descriptions of the Zodiac signs. And, okay, so most people don't understand that a Zodiac sign has its light and dark attributes. And most people don't realize that there is a undeveloped version of that zodiac sign and a developed or ascended version of that zodiac sign. So there's a lot of qualities here, and maybe you've been resonated with one part of your one description and not the other. So there's something here about what something is supposed to be. Okay, what is something is supposed to be by the labels that have been given to you, by the things that you've taken part in life. And this is talking about you can take those labels, or take those labels off of you, and move in the energy of just raw creation, raw passion, raw expression without all of the labels. Okay, because the labels will confuse you and create bondage to where you feel like you have to be a certain way, or move a certain way because you're holding that title or holding that label. Okay, what else? Igniting courage. I am strong, valiant, and courageous. Okay, yeah, I do get the energy of someone who used to lead with sexuality, who used to lead with charm and finesse. Um, there is something here because that seems like it's a defense mechanism, or once served as a defense mechanism. Kind of the kind of thing I'm picking up on is, you know, people who are like sexually promiscuous, and they say things like, "Oh, that's just who I am," when really it's like some suppressed turmoil or trauma that they haven't connected with, right? So there's something here about that. Um, crossing a threshold, crossing the veil. So, okay, yeah, remember we're overcome. So, Sagittarius, you may be overcoming a fear of the occult, a fear of the other side, okay, a fear of having medium experiences, um, or whatever type of spiritual phenomena it is that you're concerned about having. Oof, I know, right? Because some people are afraid, you know, and I went through this period of being afraid to see apparitions, and, you know, and things and people around me. Um, you know, and I'm one of those people who've actually been actively, you know, letting spirit know that I'm open and I'm ready for those experiences, and that I trust that the ancestors will, and my angel team will bring me the experiences in a way that I don't have to be fearful. Okay, that they will allow me the grace, all right, that I need to move into working with them more deeply and closely. Okay, I'm not sure why I went into all of that, but here we go. significant love relationship. Yeah, so you were maturing for something. Apparently, you were maturing for a relationship, okay? You could also have been healing from a relationship. A lot of those behaviors and stuff, you were healing them so that you can move forward. But the bigger message tells me that you're stripping away some of these things that you're known as, like I'm the man, I'm this, I'm that. You're stripping away some of these things so that you can show up as the true mature person that you are. That I would say that you had the potential for this whole time. Okay, but a significant love relationship, I also feel like, again, a loved one that has passed over, a significant person to you, could pass over, and because you want to connect with them, that is forcing you to open up to spirit more. Aries energy, child, and Leo. Okay. So for timing, you have 7 days with Aries, and you have 7 to 14 days with Leo. So again, the child card popped up, and I definitely said that this was significant to a child, okay? But this could also be talking about just a new beginning. I'm picking up Ace of Wands energy for me, that talks about kind of like something that started, but that didn't get very far, or didn't go very far, because sometimes that Ace of Wands is like raw passion, and it doesn't have enough to carry it to success, because it's just raw fire, okay? Desire or lust even, okay? It's just sex, basically. It didn't have room to go anywhere else because it was put inside of that box. I'm also feeling like for this group, specifically if you're a masculine energy, I think that you are also getting the nudge that you are now ready to move forward towards a feminine energy in your life. Perhaps somebody you've been watching or keeping your eye on. But I think that you may have been needing to build up the confidence to really ground yourself, and even maybe balance some maybe correct some imbalances that you were experiencing within your own self. Whether that be, this energy can be like sex addiction or something like that. So like if you've been healing any of those types of things, this reading is saying that you've been doing great, and whatever thoughts you're having about what you want to pursue, make sure they're staying positive, because a positive outcome can be had here. Because you have within 7 to 14 days, that's up to 2 weeks. So that's mid-March, and then you have 7 days on the Aries card, and then you also have the time frame of March 22nd to April 21st. So that gives you a good spring and April time frame, or spring and summer time frame this year. Could be particularly beneficial to you, or could really stand out. I also feel like you're surrendering to some feelings that you have for someone, something, or someone. Um, you're surrendering to them, and maybe you're going to be taking action. Taking action regarding that situation. Let's see what else we have for you, Sagittarius. Investigate further and priorities. Okay, so investigate further, it has the 3 of Wands. So it says investigate the possibilities, okay? Investigate the possibilities further, all right? And then priorities with the Ace of Wands, or sorry, Ace of Swords or Ace of Diamonds, is telling me to make sure that you're putting things into order. Make sure that the things that are not important, you're pushing those out of the way so that you can focus on the things that are important, okay? Overcoming obstacles. Yeah. It's saying that whatever thoughts you might be having regarding a very specific energy, person, or path, you may need to, whatever, you may be having anxieties or fears, doubts about it. So it's saying to investigate further so that you can see the truth, okay? And this may be that you have to go inside of you to figure out where your mental blockage is, or that you may actually just have to ask a question or reach out or something like that in order to get the truth of the situation rather than what's just in your mind playing. But this says you're going to overcome the obstacles. I mean, we have igniting courage, and they're leaping over this this stream here, or this wall. And I said leap, and it's take a chance, leap of faith. So it's saying trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust that you can be received. I'm not really sure exactly what this is talking about, but distractions and legacy, right? Okay. So there's definitely a sense of kind of like, there's a sense of happiness and wish fulfillment that can be had in whatever the situation is, or whatever it is you're seeking to pursue. Distractions are showing up as 10 of Swords, so that's your own thoughts distracting you. The Libra card is standing here. The Libra rejection card is standing here. So this is saying that you may be afraid to be rejected by whatever this energy is. Something better. Maybe you're afraid that they've already found something better. You know, strategy. Okay, so yeah. So this is saying that you're trying to find a way. You're trying to find a way to say something, to express something. Training. Four of Swords. Yeah. Okay. So past experiences would tell you that this is a point where you just need to let it go and move on. So this is saying, will you surrender to that, or will you go ahead and move with what's in your heart? I feel like I really want to go with something. If there is some training that you're thinking about taking, maybe barber school, or some type of trade that you're trying to obtain. Reverse. Loyalty. If you've just committed to something, out in the energy of just having something to prove that you're doing better, or just to prove that you can do it, you may need to rethink that situation, because who are you needing to prove it to? And this may be rooted in just trying to make sure that you have something to offer. And even that has to be questioned, because many would say that you shouldn't have to have anything to offer, right? I mean, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, investigate why you feel like, or investigate all these feelings. Investigate everything, okay? The feelings that you're having, the thoughts that you're having, put them all into their proper place, okay? Because honestly, Sagittarius, I feel like you have a fear of commitment, because you don't want to overinvest yourself and then be left high and dry, or be betrayed. Okay, betrayed is definitely the word I'm looking for, because loyalty is here. So it's like you fear betrayal, all right? So then you just play, right? All right, Sagittarius, I think that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you feel like you want to hang around a bit, check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, all them joints if you want to, North Node, South Node, okay? Check them all if you want to get a full picture of what's going on with you, or what you can be working on. Also, feel free to check out the website, www.IyandaSiraj.com, where you can book personal readings and check into everything else that's there. I think that's everything. Until next time, y'all. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification so that you can keep up with us. All right. Peace.